So what's up? Thanks for liking and subscribing. Here we are, Death Wish Duo, on a 2017 trip. This whole trip is in Wisconsin exclusively. We are here now at our first stop. It is 5:05 a.m., November 8th, 2017. We just got to Mineral Point, Wisconsin, and we are at the Graceland Cemetery. This spot is known for having a vampire. This is the first spot we've ever been to that has a vampire. There's lots of reputable people that say they've seen it. Probably the most notable was police officer Sam Pepper. He was out here in 1981, got some phone calls like, hey, there's a vampire, you need to come, arrest him or whatever. So he came out here and he saw the vampire. They started chasing him, and the vampire jumped over this 6-foot tall fence that was here at the time. Maybe it's still here. Haven't seen it, haven't really looked for it. We'll keep an eye out for it. But the next day, this was in the middle of the night during the winter, so he jumped over the fence, and they came out the next day to investigate further. There were footprints up to the fence, but no footprints on the other side, which is weird and interesting. So then, in 2004, there's a very nearby apartment complex. And you can see just maybe we're at the cemetery. Can you see any of that? Just for a little context of where we're at.
Graceland Cemetery.
Yeah. So anyway, in 2004 there's a very nearby apartment complex, and people were reporting that there was some guy, tall, pale, skinny.
The cape.
Yeah, with a cape. The same description as the vampire in 1981, and he was up in a tree. And when he would walk under the tree, the vampire or whatever would jump out at them and attack them. So there were a few reports of that. Finally, the police saw him, and they chased him, and he jumped over a 10-foot wall. One of the police officers, I believe, said that he almost flew over this 10-foot wall. So in 1981, it was a 6-foot fence, and then 2004, it was a 10-foot wall. So that's pretty crazy. And then 4 years later, in 2008, these two guys were fishing off a dock, and they saw the vampire. The vampire was chasing them, and they were running to their car, and according to them, they got to their car just in time. On the way to the car, one of them had a flashlight, and he threw it at the vampire. The next day, they came back to investigate, and the flashlight was never found. So that was the last sighting, 2008, until tonight.
We're out here in Graceland Cemetery in Mineral Point, Wisconsin, looking for the Mineral Point vampire.
Maybe what we should do is just like poke yourself so you bleed, and the vampire will smell the blood. Or like floss.
Floss so your teeth get all bloody?
Yeah.
Maybe that would do it.
You got any floss? What? You hear something?
I thought I heard something walking. Or just not walking, but like a step back there. See anything? See anybody?
Look. Isn't that cool?
How'd you do that?
I heard something over here.
Maybe he still comes back here occasionally.
I swear I heard something. It was just like clink. Like metal against metal, but I still heard it. Oh, there it is. Do you hear that?
Yep.
What was that?
It's not windy. Nothing's blowing
That's what I was just thinking. It's
nothing's
not windy.
blowing around.
I think, look, you see where I'm pointing? There's like a metal thing. Is that like some sort of...
Do you have your knife in case we need it? Let's go get this vampire on film.
Right now we're at 0. Let's see what we...
Do vampires show up on EMF meters?
I don't know, are they electromagnetic?
I don't know.
Did you hear that? What's that sound again?
Over here?
You didn't hear the metal one?
Not
There's
this
the metal
time.
one again.
Not this time, no. Don't be a baby.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get bitten by a vampire. That makes me a baby.
This is what we do for fun. Hang out in cemeteries at night. Looking for ghosts and ghouls. Yeah, you gotta keep your wits about you.
Hey, vampire.
Might see something.
You stupid.
I saw movement.
Really?
Down
Are you
there.
recording?
Yeah. I saw something fast.
Really?
I didn't hear anything yet, but I saw it. It might have been like a, the light bouncing off something or something, because it was like whoosh, something really fast.
Well, I got an idea.
What?
Let's turn the lights off and look through the night vision goggles.
Good idea. Fire it up.
Something scary about looking through these.
Why?
I mean, just because it's almost like you're covering your eyes. I mean, you can't see anything except the tunnel vision.
Oh yeah, right in front of you. There's no periphery.
Okay, here's this.
Hold on, let the camera focus. Before you start trying to focus that. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Alright, so here's what it looks like without the night vision goggles. You can't see anything except those lights that are far away. And if I put this, so you can see very well. It's not really in focus. The camera has to focus as well as the binoculars. So, but that gives you an idea of how it illuminates things. And it actually looks really clear. You just have to focus it, but you can see things a lot better.
There's some spooky woods over here.
Ooh, that's where the vampire would be.
Down in there.
Since when do vampires hang out in cemeteries?
It's kind of cliche.
I mean, is it? I've never heard of that, honestly.
Well, I mean, where do you think they'd hang out if they exist? I don't know.
Like old mansions in a coffin?
Oh yeah, like Dracula
Or like,
or Mr. Burns. There's their van over there.
I thought you were going to say there's a vampire, like all
A vampire.
casually. There he is.
Oh, there he is. What's up, guy?
Are you scared?
That'll draw him out.
How do you draw a vampire out?
I don't know. I don't think he's here tonight.
Oh, I know something funny to say.
What?
Boy, this sucks.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Well, we've been here about 20 minutes or so. If we were going to find a vampire, I think we would have by now.
That's good.
I feel like I'm forcing it too much.
That was spooky.
So then there were these guys fishing in 2004.
No.
My bad. So then, in 2004, there were these two guys fishing.
No. It's a tree thing.
All right.